Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of Ahmedabad branch of ICI, it is my privilege to introduce our esteemed speaker, Dr. Falguni Vasavada Madam. She has completed almost 25 years in doing what she loves the most, that is teaching. She is a passionate teacher and speaker who walk on this challenging career path to listen to her heart. She has taught marketing, advertising, and INC related subjects at MICA and other reputed management schools across the India. She is a double gold medalist with variety of academic and extracurricular achievement in her student life. Apart from teaching, she is a social media enthusiast and speaks at a various forums related to marketing, branding, advertising, and digital and social media. Her research look at advertising from different perspectives like children, portrayal of women, digital identity perspective like digital identity and portrait identity, and so on. She has written for marketing magazine and portals. She is a body positivity champion and has her own fashion page on Facebook, Falguni Fashion Fundas. And active presence on Instagram where she creates content on women empowerment, gender issue, body shaming, and so on, along with her fashion and styling tips. We are honored to have you, ma'am, here. Now I would like to request our chairperson, CA Dr. Anjali Choksi, ma'am, to felicitate Dr. Falguni Vasavada, ma'am, with a memento. Okay, please join me in welcoming Dr. Falguni Vasavada ma'am with a big round of applause.
Good afternoon. Are we awake? So I am a teacher, as you all know. Since 25 years I have been in teaching, and I work with MICA as a full-time faculty. So as teachers, we love two things. One is being very close to our audience, so not to give you a chance to look into your mobiles or chit-chat or do something in your notepads. And second thing which we love is giving homeworks, okay? So please expect some homework for today. So my name is Dr. Falguni. Since 25 years, I am teacher, trainer, consultant. I absolutely love what I am doing. Never a dull day, never a dull moment. You know how difficult it is to engage Gen Z, right? आपके आजू बाजू में कोई ना कोई होगा in that age group, either your niece and nephew or your own child or your neighbor's child. Their attention spans, do you know how much they are? The time till a goldfish takes to blink. मैंने करके दिखाया, हाँ, 6 seconds actually in our favor. One more. Okay, so it is 6 seconds attention span that we are talking about. And I proudly say since 25 years because I belong to a field which does not let me go dull, die, or be irrelevant and outdated. The field is marketing, advertising, social media. The way in which it is changing, it's amazing, okay? Even if I want to stand on my own feet in my class, I have to keep running every day to get a hold of brands, technology, AI, ML, machine learning, artificial intelligence, all this keeps on going and impacting my field. So at 49 also, I'm proud that I've invested 25 years because I'm as young as I can be in this field. The second hat that I wear is thank you. The second hat, I think we should change the whole notion of please don't ask men his pay and don't ask women her age. Switch it. Don't ask me my pay. I'm proud of my age. And aging is not a negative word, okay? All these white hair which is now coming, you're natural by the way. It is no mehndi or hair color, but I have started getting a lot of white hair now. It shows the number of years I have put in as a person. It shows that, oh, 49-year-old Falguni is much evolved than a 29-year-old Falguni. A 15-year-old Falguni never wore frocks. And a 49-year-old Falguni rocks any look, any fashion, any dress because she's proud of her own self, right? So, I have also been a TEDx speaker 4 times. All my talks are on YouTube for you to check it out and rate me from 1 to 5. Please do that, right? And the third hat that I proudly wear is why I am here is I'm a social media content creator. I like calling myself content creator more than an influencer, because influencers can be from different walks of life. Your own mother can be your influencer. Your own child can influence you. It is irrespective of genre, age, and gender. So I love creating content on women empowerment, body positivity, but link it with fashion. How when you are secure in your body, even if you are wearing a third grade lehenga from Chandni Chowk, you will shine like as if you are wearing some, very famous Masaba Gupta brand in your wedding. Okay, so a Bobbi Brown does not make you look good, or a Huda Beauty 2100 ka lipstick does not give you that power till you have it within yourself. I create content on all of these and more areas like stereotypes against marriage and motherhood. By the way, I am not married, I am happily married, right? And those are two different things. And this is what I teach women, that please do not get suffocated in toxic relationships. Understand your worth, empower yourself. So I think I did enough PR for you all to follow me today. Okay? That's your first homework, okay? Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, wherever you want to. So today's session is on social media, but it is on personal branding on social media. What do I actually mean by this, okay? Because all of you are CAs or aspiring CAs, right? Now you know that by today in this world, how many CAs are already in the market, okay? If I make all CAs in Ahmedabad stand, it will be some 25 kilometer ka line. Itne sare CAs hain. How do I mark my difference? How do I create a difference to my brand? And today, we have platforms to publish, which is social media. Are you getting the point? That's why brands today are also afraid. Because on a TV ad, I could not talk back. When brands advertise on radio, I could not talk back and say, what shitty thing you are saying. But today, oh my God, I will start bullying the brand on Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook, on Pinterest, on Snapchat, on YouTube, and I can do whatever I want. So social media is our billboard, is our platform to publish, right? So how do I create my own brand on social media? Why do I need to create? I'll come to it a little later. So first, let us understand what is branding, okay? Branding is a process, of course, to create an identity, okay? And when you look at brands, they are made of signs, symbols, logos. So if I show you the Dove logo and the white and the blue color, you'll be able to identify, oh, it's Dove, right? So Dove is a brand, Masaba is a brand, Love Child by Masaba is a brand, my Apple Watch, which I'm wearing, is a brand, right? Similarly, there are brands like I'm wearing Odisha Handloom, so it's a regional brand, right? My sari is Odisha Handloom, it's a regional brand. So the brands create a distinct identity in the minds of consumers, which allows the brands to claim a premium in terms of pricing. So you are not buying hair oil supplied by your next door neighbor, where you have no idea on how it was processed, how it was made, but Dabur Amla Badam Tel, you are ready to give a price because it's a brand. Are you getting my point, right? When Body Shop tells you that, oh, we do not test our products on animals, it's a brand that you are paying for the fact that you know these things about the brand, okay? So brand is a unique identity. In marketing, we say that people can copy products, but you cannot copy a brand. So today I have mailed my PowerPoint. That means my PPT will reach all of you in your inboxes. Tomorrow somebody can use that PPT, but can they take the aura of the presenter Falguni? They cannot. So over the years, you start growing out of these insecurities, right? Why I'm constantly mentioning insecurities, body confidence, self-belief, because if you have to post on social media, you will have to give a damn to your trollers, right? You will have to give whoever slides in your DM, go out and block them because you have created your safe space. If anybody is abusing you in your DM, please remember that they are not paying EMIs for you. They are not saying, एक abuse कर रहे तो आपका इस हफ्ते का EMI मैं भर दूंगा home loan का. हाँ, अगर ऐसा बोल रहे तो सोच सकते हैं. है ना, इट्स स्टिल अ प्रॉफिटेबल प्रपोजिशन कि वो 20-30 हज़ार जो भी EMI आ रहा है वो भर देगा, चलो कोई नहीं, एक आध गाली दे दो चलेगा, बट वो नहीं कर रहे हैं. Similarly, somebody had a question of people criticizing you. Random relatives are not your venture capitalist. Always write down this line in your book. Random relatives are not your venture capitalist. They don't come and fund you. They are never there when you need them. Right? So वो 4 लोग, सबसे बड़ा रोग, वो 4 लोग मिलते ही नहीं है जब चाहिए. हैं, बच्चा बीमार है, मुझे कोई हेल्प चाहिए घर में. Where are those वो 4 लोग? Vanished in the thin air. Are you getting my whole point? So you need a lot of conviction in what you are doing. You need a lot of confidence in who you are, in be able to post whatever you want to post on social media. Are you getting my point? Right? So when I am posting on social media, I will not have a side angle which looks good on me. Every angle looks good because you are a good human. It's nothing to do with the photographs. Right? I will not crop myself because, oh, my bulky stomach was showing. It's a very important part of my body. Without a stomach, I cannot function, okay? Please understand that we all come in different size, shapes, colors, types, hairs. Right? So if you do not have this conviction, this session is not useful for you. That's why I'm building up the conviction, okay? So we understood what is branding. What is then personal branding? Because branding is something very closely related to the world of marketing. So fast-moving consumer goods like atta, dal, chawal, sabun, detergent, or consumer durables like refrigerators, TV, furniture, wo sab aata hai branding mein, right? So what is personal branding? It's human branding, okay? Creating a brand identity for a person. As the name suggests, this is a brand for you. You are creating your own brand on social media. That is personal branding. Essentially, it is how you project your brand and your values. Do you agree that all of us live with value systems? Right? So, recently we had this game on sustainability. It's a value system. If I live by the value of sustainability, I'm going to post more and more on how I am sustainably living my life. So we all have unique values. We all have a unique personality, but only some of us mark that personality on social media and build ourselves a little more than where we live. People know us more, right? More and more people will be able to reach out to you. In fact, where did I get my invitations to come and do the TED Talks? From my work on social media, because people were seeing my reels. They were seeing how I'm talking, because there are 2 things which are very important in TED Talks. One is your content, second is your oratory skills. You need to be a good orator. You need to have a connect with the audience, right? So entire portfolio of work that I had uploaded on my Instagram, my Twitter, my LinkedIn, helped people identify me when certain theme on body positivity was being talked about, okay? Or when there was a TED Talk on breaking stereotypes. They wanted to bring in another frame of reference. That's how they connected with me, right? So you will be known in more circles. More people will know about your work, who you are as a person, when you invest in personal branding. However, it's a choice. Okay, I'm not going to say that compulsorily all 200 people sitting here should start the process of personal branding after lunch. इतना भी बेरहमी नहीं करने वाले, okay? इतनी भी cruel नहीं हूँ मैं, okay? But it's a choice. But it's a strategic choice. Why today it's a strategic choice? Because competition is increasing. Survival of the fittest is almost on in every category. We all are ambitious and we aspire for newer things in life. In fact, so many people write to me, can you tell me the process of becoming a TEDx speaker? There's no process, you have to work hard. Okay, yesterday only I did a reel on manifesting. All motivational speakers will tell you, manifest karo, par baad mein kya? Sirf manifestation se hota to Shah Rukh Khan would have come to my house on the dining table, he would have done chaiya chaiya for me. That's what I want. I want to see him live doing chaiya chaiya for me. अगर manifestation से होता तो वो ज़रूर हो गया होता, right? इतना मैंने manifest किया है. So there's a lot of hard work that goes behind creating your personal brand on social media. So are there any mantras? Yes, there are. Can I share some secrets? I can. Because for me also it was a journey. I did not get a blue tick the first day I entered Twitter and Instagram, right? It was 10 years of content creation work that led to, let us say, 167K followers that I have today on Instagram. But it led to, it is 6 to 7 years of creating content on a daily basis. Daily, right? So what are some of the secrets? What are some of the mantras? We will take a look at it, right? But you understood, are you all with me till here? Yes. Nobody is thinking soup kaun sa hoga? पर सोच सकते हैं, it's okay, I'm a big foodie. So it's okay, सोच सकते हैं, but attention वो soup में नहीं चले जाना चाहिए, उसमें डूब नहीं जाना है, okay, यहाँ रहना है मेरे साथ. So इतना सारा हो रहा है on the world of internet. I'm sure you can't read it, even I can't read it, but its numbers are in lakhs, okay? Is this unopened? By the way, ये sustainable नहीं है. You preempted my question. So the numbers are mind-boggling. Isme some lakhs of people are scrolling on Instagram. In 60 seconds, your numbers are what happens on the hot internet in 1 minute. Who had thought that you will order methi at 11 o'clock in the night on Milk Basket? मैं बोली ना, मैं बहुत फूडी हूँ, मेरे को एकदम आलू मेथी का क्रेविंग हुआ था एक रात को 11 बजे मैं मेथी ऑर्डर कर रही हूँ मिल्क बास्केट पे. Technology has revolutionized our world, but are we taking advantage of the technology? नहीं, मैं तो पर्सनली जाऊंगी बैंक में, you know, मैं तो पर्सनली ही अकाउंटेंट के पास पूछने जाऊंगी. तो करो, तुम्हारे पास टाइम है तो करो. Otherwise, please use net banking. Are we utilizing technology to our advantage? That is the question. I am an independent CA. I've opened up my own firm, but I'm not getting clients. What are you doing for getting clients? I understand you are not a salesperson. Neither you are a business development person. પણ ન બોલે એના 9 ગુણ એ જમાનો રહ્યો નથી. બોલે એના બોર વેચાય. जंगल में मोर नाचा, किसने देखा? अरे सबने देखा होना चाहिए, तभी नाचा था. Right? The proof of the pudding is in Instagramming it, or else you did not have the pudding. Are you getting the whole point? Why it is important to use social media to our advantage? Okay, Mark Zuckerberg is not paying me for this session, huh? Okay, but because I have realized the advantages, that's why I'm sharing some secrets with you. So why did I show you this chart? That the entire world is on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, ye, wo, falana dikna. While the numbers are mind-boggling, it's also challenging. Why it is challenging? Because in this whole world of content, itna sara content log create kar rahe hain कि how will I create what Facebook calls it as a thumb stopper content. So we scroll with our thumbs. Right? Some of you are still scrolling while my session is going. मेरी नज़र आप पे है, समझ जाओ. Okay, so you are scrolling with your thumb. नहीं, किसी तरफ मैं देख नहीं रही हूँ, मैं ऐसे सामने देख रही हूँ. Okay, मुझे ऐसे टॉन्ट मारने की मेरी हैबिट नहीं है. Okay, so till you ask for it. Okay, so you are scrolling your mobile with your thumb. So Facebook said that can you create a thumb stopper content? Right? What is your ideal, style in which you will create content? What is your swag which will bring people to your page? Right? Neither over-posting, not under-posting. Are you getting my point? आपकी neighbor जो आपके घर में एक दिन में 20 बार आती है, she spam for you. आपको चाहिए कि real life में भी spam जैसा कोई option होना चाहिए inbox का, कि इनका नाम हम spam में डाल दे तो वो दिखेगी ही नहीं, आएगी पर दिखेगी नहीं. है ना? We all wish for that. So that is also not advisable. A neighbor who does not come to you for 20 months is no longer a neighbor. So that is also not advisable, right? So over-posting, under-posting, हमें avoid करना है. But we have to create our own style. Do not copy anybody. As some speaker in the earlier session said, कि हम तो आके कुछ भी आपको बताएंगे, but look at your circumstances. And then decide what fits for you as a formula. What is your solution, right? As a formula, as an answer. So similarly, let's understand what is a good way out to create a personal brand, but consistency चाहिए boss, right? You cannot say that आज मैंने हैप्पी दिवाली बोल दिया, अब मैं होली पे प्रकट हो जाऊंगी. आप ना ही अमिताभ बच्चन हो, हैं? ना ही आप शाहरुख खान हो, ना ही आप दीपिका पादुकोण हो कि लोग आपको 6 महीने के बाद भी याद रखेंगे. Nobody is going to remember you, so please come out of that. You're not that important. Okay, so consistency is the key. So we'll get to it in a while. So the choice is there, okay? As I said, I'm not going to force you. Choice is yours. Do you want to casually exist on social media, or do you want to become a personal brand? अगर आपको casually exist करना है, तो that daffodil in your DP looks nice. हाँ, daffodil बहुत अच्छा है DP में. खुद का face की जगह पे आपने ऐसे flowers रखे, right? In old video wedding albums, ऐसे दो roses are टकराओing with each other. You remember that? मैंने मेरे wedding के time पे video editor को बोला बिल्कुल ऐसा मत करना. ऐसे दो white rose, red rose ऐसे टकरा रहे हैं, right? तो आपने red rose डाला है आपके DP में, वाह, लोग पहचान नहीं पाएंगे आप कौन हो. चलेगा, क्योंकि आपको casually रहना है. आपने अपना user name डाला है Dabeli with save. चलेगा, because your choice is casually existing on social media, right? एक और भेलपुरी ऐसा भी एक यूजर नेम है, चलेगा. आपका बायो इज इनकम्प्लीट, इट्स ओके. बायो सेज नथिंग अबाउट योर सेल्फ, इट इज अ ब्लैंक स्पेस. आपने जो ट्विटर इंस्टाग्राम पे आपके पास जो 280 कैरेक्टर्स का बायो लिखने का अपॉर्चुनिटी था, आपने उसका बेनिफिट नहीं उठाया, which is completely okay because your choice to exist on social media was casual. Are you getting my point? दिवाली होली वाला वो प्रगट होने का आपने relationship बनाया है, that is also okay, right? Only on everybody's birthday you write HBD. Of course मम्मी भी अब Facebook पे है तो उसने डाटा है कि चाचा जी को थोड़ी HBD लिखते हैं, वो हुआ है, पर it's okay, it's a choice. Casually you are existing. कुछ भी आप पोस्ट कर रहे हो, फेक न्यूज़ पोस्ट कर रहे हो, कोई लिंक आ गई तो आपको लगा फास्टेस्ट फिंगर फर्स्ट मैं ही पहले पोस्ट करूंगी, वेरीफाई भी नहीं किया, अर्थक्वेक इन अहमदाबाद, अभी यहाँ से सब चले जाएंगे इफ आई पोस्ट दैट, राइट? बट आपने कर दिया बिकॉज आप कैजुअली एग्जिस्ट कर रहे हो. इट्स नोबडीज बिजनेस टू टेल यू हाउ टू डू इट. सो चॉइस है, अगेन आई एम टेलिंग यू. But do we really have a choice in this competitive world as educated people trying to make a mark of yourself in this world? We don't have a choice, okay? So then exist strategically. Please complete your bios. Can I give that as a homework? How many of you have your own face as your display pic? Amazing. जिनका नहीं है और फिर भी हाथ उठाया है, please रख देना, okay? ऐसा करते हैं हम, because how can I validate कि सच बोल रहे हो या झूठ बोल रहे हो? Okay, how many have completed their bio on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, wherever you are present? Yeah, so many more hands are not raised. So please, can we take that as a homework for today? How many of us has thought that you are very important to the level of Interpol and have locked your profiles? I love it. किसने lock किया है profile? Please unlock it. Okay? कोई इंटरपोल में हमारा नाम नहीं है as a criminal, okay? No police of the world is after our lives. और कोई कुछ करने वाला नहीं है. Please unlock your profiles, okay? It's something very, very jungle raj, stone age वाला thing to lock your profiles, okay? And hence, once again I'm saying, to grow on social media, you will need a lot of self-conviction in yourself that whatever you are doing is right. How you exist is nobody's business. You have your core family with you. When I say nobody, I mean random relatives, huh? Not your partner, not your sibling, not your best friend. Of course, they will be talking to you in your favor only. It's something like when you cut the onion, right? सबने एक onion cut की हुई देखी होगी. Onion has these layers. Inner layer जो है, that matters to you. Your inner layer matters to you, right? So today morning my husband said that I know you will not like it, but since you're going and addressing CA women, thoda less delicate, thoda delicate necklace pehen ke jao. Okay? So then I told Dirghayu, very good name, isliye main le rahi hu, okay? Or I could have said I told him, okay? So I said, Dirghayu, I'm going to talk about personal branding. This is my identity. And in 1 second he understood. He said, yes, you are right. Please go ahead with, whatever you had planned. Core will never misread you. Are you getting my point? Even if they are saying something, जैसे वो, he would have, in other forum, if he would have said, कि बार-बार तुम्हें वो झुकना है, lamp light करना है, तो ये अटकेगा, so there would be some logic in what he is saying, okay? They will never disapprove you of your identity and your personality. If they disapprove, they are not meant to be in your core circle. Sorry, I'm digressing, but I will feel guilty as a woman if I don't complete the loop. Sometimes, people who do not deserve to be in your core circle, it's impossible for you to detach from them physically. I understand, okay? It's possible. So, क्या करना है? Emotionally detach करना है. Emotionally, you have to put them in your outer circle. So, whatever they say, they stop existing for you. In fact, I run a lot of Ask Me Anything forums on my Instagram, and maximum questions come on toxicity of in-laws, right? Because of a certain stereotype, bias, jo saalon se chala aa raha hai, right? So the only thing I tell them that if you do not have a choice to separate or live separately from them, please emotionally detach from them, right? So coming back, thoda main bhavnaon mein beh gayi thi in the woman empowerment and identity race. So coming back, so if you want to strategically grow, you will have to have regularity, consistency. You will have to understand what is your content edge. Everybody cannot be everything. I love cooking, but I'm not a home chef, right? I love cooking, but I don't do it regularly, right? I love cooking, but I do not have any infrastructure to record recipes. Are you getting my point? तो एक बार मैंने लहसुनी पालक की रेसिपी रखी थी, but उसमें मैंने वॉइस ओवर दिया पेट्रियार्की पे, कि ये पालक इतनी लग रही है, इतना बड़ा होता है मेल ईगो, ओके? और विमेन, एम्पावर्ड वुमेन को देख के वो ईगो श्रिंक हो जाता है, तो ये पालक इतनी हो जाएगी अभी. Are you getting my point? So I'm still sticking to my brief. I'm still sticking to what I have laid out as my key areas of strength, and I'm not digressing. So log actually डरते हैं. When they DM me recipe please, I send them wink wala smiley, and that is the closure. उसके बाद no dialogue. Because everything that I show you on my stories, मैं recipe करने लगूंगी तो मैं Kabita's kitchen हूँ. There is a Kabita's kitchen for you to refer to because that's her edge. She is not going to talk about public talks and forums because she is more known for her cooking expertise. Well and good, of course, right? So you have to have regularity, punctuality. Every platform you have to understand. So do you agree with me when I say that Twitter is very different from Instagram? Twitter पे लोग झगड़ा करने आते हैं. Okay? And I mean that in a good way. Jagda means you are very opinionated on Twitter. So you share your opinions. Just आज my husband is glued to the television screen since 8 o'clock in the morning because counting चल रहा था, रुझान आ रहे थे, results आ रहे थे, huh? So the whole Twitter right now is blazing with people who have political opinions, right? I may not have a political opinion, but I have given my opinion on Animal movie. As a user, as a consumer, as a believer that toxic masculinity does not need to be promoted. Enough hai toxicity around. Rape scenes are not needed in movies because enough substance of violence against women exists in formal and informal records. You don't need to endorse it further, right? So Twitter is a very opinionated platform, but Instagram is all about visual beauty. So if I take photographs today, which of course I will, otherwise I can't digest my food. So if I take photographs today, I'll post it on Instagram. I will not post photos on Twitter, but I'll post that I went and talked. About my talk, I will post on Twitter. So you have to now dhire have an idea about what does each platform stand for. Because now you want to grow. So you want to make sense, right? So you have to understand how will I change my content based on whether I'm posting on Twitter, or I'm posting on Facebook, or I'm posting on LinkedIn, or I'm posting on Instagram. Of course, a brief of today's 2-day conference that you have attended has to go on LinkedIn. There's no choice, okay? Has to go on LinkedIn. Maybe your key learnings, 3 to 4, can go on Twitter. Maybe your group photographs and selfies with speakers, mere saath thode lena, selfies with speakers and photographs should go on Instagram. Are you getting the whole point? And if somebody is a buff and has done a pura vlog, it will go on your YouTube. What I have simply explained to you is a technical term called content repurposing. What is content repurposing? Using the same content but repurposing it for the relevance of each platform. जैसे घर में एक ही सब्जी बनी है, but you are taking out before you put mirchi for the child, you are putting mirchi and taking on side for the 2 adults, and then for the non-diabetic person in the family, you are also putting something meetha in the sabzi. Now you have used the same sabzi, same kadai, but you have repurposed the sabzi for 3 different types of people that exist in the house. Are you getting my point? So the same event, 2-day conference, can be repurposed for your different forms of platforms and social media existence. I'll quickly go through this. So you need a content strategy, which I'm going to teach you in a while. So don't have palpitations in your heart. कि कैसे बनाएंगे, क्या होगा, कैसे होगा, BP raise मत करना, I'm teaching you, okay? So content strategy, timing is strategic, please be regular, regularly update. Content repurposing, I just told, okay? Clear content repurposing? Yeah, okay. All platforms are different and hence different rules. Content is king, but conversation is queen, right? Don't forget that. People are so obsessed with creating content that they never ever take effort to answer the comments on the content. Somebody has asked you critical questions in your inbox. Please answer. It's a alive platform. ये वो postman वाला ज़माना नहीं है कि वो throw करके चला गया post and now you will read it. Okay, this is an active 2-way interactive platform. So content is king, but conversation is also king or queen, right? And your approachability is the key. So the personal branding mantras, if I divide mantras into the acronyms, first mantra, be genuine. So now of course ये session के बाद तुम लोग मुझे check out तो करोगे, है ना? हाँ बोलो हाँ, हाँ very good. There's no way I can find out, so हाँ बोल दो, okay? So if you will check me out on my Instagram, and if you find a very docile, low energy, ऐसे मक्खी भी आए तो नहीं उड़ाएगी, ऐसी person in the reels, genuineness is missing. You will say that I was faking it in the event. So offline and online, the avatars have to be the same. You have to be the same person. If somebody bumps into you, right, wherever you are, people bump into me while I'm having my soda at Pani Puri because that's frequently where I'm found, right? They bump into me in events, seminars, wherever I am, across my avatars. I'm the same Falguni that you saw me somewhere on the Instagram reel, okay? So the first M is me. Who is me, okay? So every time if I crop my photos and upload on Instagram, I use editing apps to show my flawless skin, to uplift my triple chin, double nahi hai, triple hai, triple chin, right? And if in real, you see, are ye to miniature avatar nahi hai, ye to maximizer hai. I have to be the same person, right? That's why I'm telling you, it takes a lot of courage, lot of confidence, because see, understand I'm always marveled at the beauty of this statement. To be you is a courageous act. Shameful. To be you should be the most natural act, no? I'm getting goosebumps while I'm saying this. Of course, waxed hand hai, so goosebumps ke liye baal nahi hai abhi. So, to be you, how suddenly it became courageous? Owning your own body, how is it courageous? But it is, because even I have gone through that journey of body consciousness, body insecurities, and then winning over it, thinking that, do you want to be known only as a fat person, or do you want your confidence to walk before you? Nobody will notice what you are physically. People will know you for who you are as a person. rise above how you look, right? Rise above your skin color, rise above your hair type, rise above your height, rise above your frame of body, right? So, first M, me, genuineness. Second A, availability, because it's a live platform. So you cannot go absent. You cannot disappear for 6 months. So be available. Third is N, narrow down. And I'm going to teach you how to narrow down. Okay, you can't be everything to everyone. Your audience is following you because you're good at 1, 2, 3. Right? 4 and 5 you may be liking, but are you an expert? You may not be. Okay, are you getting my point? So I may know how to do my tax planning. But if I need an expert's view, I'll have to come to you. I'm a marketing prof. I'm not a CA background person teaching finance, right? So you have to accept that, what you're not good at, okay? So that is your narrow down. T is, please talk on social media, go on to others' profile, comment, discuss with your networks. LinkedIn पे अगर आप आज post कर रहे हो, you'll get many comments. Please answer those comments. Somebody else has attended a similar workshop in Delhi, peer group में से. Please congratulate them. So talk on social media. R is be real, relevant, and responsible. By responsible, I mean do not encourage fake news. This is not KBC ka fastest finger first. Please verify, validate, only then post. आप थोड़ा लेट हो गए चलेगा, but people know कि इनसे अगर आ रहा है तो मतलब सही होगा, right? So be real, relevant, and responsible. Be a little ahead of your times. As a chartered accountant, if you're trying to create your personal brand, please talk about the next budget that is going to come in. Futuristic. Of course, budget आने के बाद तो सब analysis करेंगे, but what is in it for women? उसमें क्या interesting twists and turns आने वाले हैं, right? Or do just, if you don't want to do that also, do a trend analysis of last 5 years budget. Do an analysis of budget presented in the BJP government. And then say that this has been the trend. So this is what we are expecting. It may be these many, changes that may come. Be a little futuristic because you want to emerge as an expert, remember? You want to emerge as a personal brand, so you're an expert, okay? So that is futuristic, ahead, and of course, please talk me wherever you want to, but develop your own swag. Your style is your style. If I have a very good sense of humor and you don't have, it's okay. That's why there are two brands who are different. Maybe your style is, you have a very analytical mind. Apply that. So for me, I have understood that my edge is humor and sarcasm. I'm very sarcastic whenever I talk also in real life, and I'm full of natural humor, right? So I use that as my style, but it cannot be a style which I'll say, commonly it is a template. ये reels का template नहीं है, okay? So develop your own personal branding. So why personal branding? Because somewhere you want to be known more than your 5 kilometers of social circle. What is 5 kilometers of social circle? If you make every relative and every professional you know in this world stand in a line, it will average be 5 kilometers. 5 kilometers line जितने लोग आपको जानते होंगे. What if you want to be known at a national level? What if you want to be known at a global level, right? So to be known more, I always say that as a MICA professor since so many years, MICA is 21 acres campus. So I want to be known beyond those 21 acres. I don't want my definition to be only of a MICA prof, that my 500 students every year will know me. Their parents will know me. But beyond that, what? Right? I want to take my conversations a little ahead because my areas of passion are which will impact more people. Women empowerment, identity, giving confidence to young girls that, oh please, marriage and motherhood is not an achievement. Okay, it's not the D-Day. Your D-Day is when you won the gold medal. Your D-Day is when you started working as a chartered accountant. Your first salary and paycheck is your D-Day. So where I will have these conversations if I'm not on social media, how will I take it to different forms of people nationally, globally, and how will my reach increase, okay? And it's a very competitive world. People will start getting to know you more and more if you emerge as a good personal brand on social media, right? So now this is the narrow down, the framework that I wanted to tell you. And I usually give this in consultancies and training workshops that I go to professionally. Okay, but I don't mind sharing it here because if 200 more women will get to know it, I'll be the happiest, okay? So how do you narrow down? Start understanding your DNA. आपका DNA आपको ही पता होगा, आपके डॉक्टर को भी नहीं पता होगा. Okay, I'm not talking about the medical DNA, right? As a personality, what is your DNA? So let us say she is a chartered accountant. Number one, aspiring ho? You are, no? So why is there a disbelief on your face? मुझे लगा, मैंने कहा she is a chartered accountant. पकड़ी गई मैं तो. अरे पकड़ेगा, मैं आऊँगी नहीं free tax planning के लिए. आप ऐसे अच्छे से हंसो, हाँ हाँ, I am a chartered. So I am saying again. So for example, she is a chartered accountant. Very good. She is also a good singer, let us say, hypothetically. Okay? And she is very good at writing poems. Possible? So these three become her key areas of expertise. She, like me, loves cooking once in a while. But that is not her key area of expertise. That once in a while you can post content, but that is not your content strategy. Your content strategy is in areas which you are very powerful at. So recently I was at an event invited where Priya Malik, the very famous, you must look her work up if you have not looked up. Priya Malik is a spoken word artist and a writer. She writes brilliant poems. Her latest poem is, Yes, We Are Difficult Women, because we make everything seem so easy. And then she goes into the whole dialogue of patriarchy, feminism, and all that, okay? So you have to know where your worth is. You have to know where your skill sets are. So say, for example, for me, as the chart that I had shown you, these are my 3 to 4 key areas of expertise, which I had put it up front. And this will keep guiding me in creating content. So list down, this is your homework. Don't do it right away. Don't do it in the post-lunch session. वो भी ethical नहीं होगा. But after this conference is over, can you sit down and write down that, oh, I am a finance prof, so I am a finance academician, right? So I belong to the finance industry. That is my second key area. First is academician. Second is very connected with the industry. Third is I am a good painter. So this may be your 3 areas of key expertise. Now these 3 areas become your guiding force to the kind of content you will create and the kind of conversations which you will enter into. Are you following the leading painters of the country? That is conversation. Are you getting the point, right? Are you following the leading poets who write their own poetries as somebody who writes poetry? If you are a home chef, are you following Kapita's Kitchen? Because she has 1 million plus. Her following her itself will give you a lot of lessons, right? So start following the right people. LinkedIn, are you connected with other chartered accountants, right? Are you taking part in a webinar by Government of India on the upcoming budget? Maybe you just were an audience, but did you take part? Then you can shout about it. You can give yourself a PR shout and say that, hey, I participated in the recent, webinar on budgets by Government of India. That becomes a content piece itself for you. Before coming here, I asked sir that can you please take my iPhone and बीच में आप videos or photos कुछ भी reference के बिना लेते रहोगे. Because this event itself is going to be my content. Because I'm speaking in one of my areas of expertise, right? So I will give bits and pieces, थोड़ा सा ऐसे लोगों को दहलाने के लिए, okay, चिढ़ाने के लिए, so that they'll call me to talk, obviously. अगर पूरी talk रख दूंगी तो फिर nobody will call me, ना? It's easy कि YouTube पे बैठो देख लिया खाना खाते खाते वो आलू मेथी खाते खाते, so वो possible नहीं हो सकता है, right? So you have to plan your strategy accordingly. So your 3 areas of expertise becomes your guiding force for the kind of content you will create and the kind of conversations which you will enter into. By content, I mean 2 things, which is on the slide. Now it's of course in my mind and heart, so I don't need to look at it. 2 things, original content that you create, that is your post, and content that you curate. Now this is a very educated audience. I don't need to explain you what is curated content. Content published by somebody else. So let us say, for example, after the budget, you found a very good blog article written by a financial observer and analyst on what are the highlights of the budget. You will pin it on your page. You will hyperlink. You will copy paste the link. Of course, you have to give the source, otherwise pakde jayenge. Okay, it's plagiarism. So you'll give a source saying that, hey, but give your 2 cents. Say that I loved this particular article because of 1, 2, 3 reasons, and hence I thought I must share it with my audience. So now you are curating. Usse pressure aap pe kam hoga of constant content creation. So as a marketing prof, I teach advertising, and I see lots of good ads coming in. I will immediately post it on my story saying, hey, did you see this Share the Load Ariel ad? Because it talks about gender equality, I'll also add my 2 cents on it from the advertising lens, from the gender equality lens. If an ad is completely out of the radar as far as what they should have shown, like, do you remember there was this short deodorant which almost showed a gang rape in the ad? It was banned, so you may not remember. But I remember because I am closely linked to the field, so it's my case study, right? It showed a girl with 4 boys, and their conversation was such that it was almost looking as if the boys are ganging up against that one girl, right? Impossible to cut through the law in such cases. Still, I don't know how they managed to release it. But aap mein common sense nahi tha ki you could not see through this, right? So immediately I posted about it without the link because I didn't want to give them free publicity. I didn't want more people to see it. But I named the brand, I shamed the brand and said why it is wrong, why they should have never created such a commercial in a country which is heavily impacted by women and violence against women, right? So you start creating content on your own, of course, but once in a while, you also curate content from the areas which you like. So once in a while, if I would have used, say, XYZ Home Chef's recipe, I would also hyperlink that recipe. Once in a while, it's okay. Are you getting the whole point? Once in a while, to do a little bit of variety in your content is okay. But it's the 80-20 rule. 80% of your content comes from your 3 to 4 areas of expertise, and 20% comes from areas which you love indulging in, but you're not an expert. Okay? Like a soothing song, if it comes, I will put the song. I love listening to this soothing song, but neither I'm a singer nor I'm a bathroom singer. I have to accept that, okay? So I'm not going to critically put it up, okay? So content and conversations. Conversations is also in a way your networking. How are you well networked with your industry? So as a marketing prof, do I follow other professors? Answer is yes. Am I connected with the larger academic group in India? Yes. Do I follow, my industry conferences, events, webinars, workshop? Even if I do not attend it, all of it, it's not possible, but I do follow, right? Am I in the league of, some industry bodies? Am I connected with some industry associations? Answer is yes. Whatever is relevant to your normal structures, yeah, nomenclature and your field of work, you have to enter into conversations on social media. You will grow through both content as well as conversations. So, this I showed as an example, right? So these are the list of different types of social media platforms, starting from a website to a mobile app. We can't have it all, but if you plan to be on social media and grow, you will say, oh, I'll pick up LinkedIn, I'll pick up Twitter, and I'll pick up Instagram. Okay, why I chose to keep my Falguni's Fashion Fundas page on Facebook, even though I'm little bored and out of the Facebook age and zone, because most tier 2 and 3 town women are on Facebook. And my content is on women empowerment. If you are an empowered woman, there's only something which I can do today to your mind. Maybe you'll think more with liberal mind about yourself. But how about impacting that Bahu sitting in a small village in Rajasthan? And she actually, and I'm getting goosebumps without hair on my hand, that, she actually wrote to me saying that after following you, I can't change the custom of Sar Dhakna in my house, but I've started pinning my dupatta in different ways. So nice. This is something like a gold medal to me. And that's why I chose to also keep Falguni's Fashion Fundas alive. right? So I'm very hyper on, and hyper in a hyper way actually, okay? Every day I create multiple content for LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, and my Facebook page. Of course, Instagram, Facebook page are linked again. So it's commonality of content across. You can save like this. So choose your channels, it's okay. If you're a fashion designer, which of course I'm talking to a CA, but if it's a fashion designer, she cannot ignore Pinterest. Because fashion ideas, pinning the new designs comes on Pinterest, right? If I'm talking to a teenager group, I have to talk about Snapchat, right? In fact, only for my niece and my love for her, I am existing as a dead profile on Snapchat, just to see what she is doing, okay? What she is doing and what different avatars she is creating, what kind of prank she is playing on Snapchat. So you decide your platform based on your personality. Let us say your personality is such that you are camera shy. And it's possible. It's not a crime to be camera shy, okay? So you will ask me for advice that I want to create reels on Instagram because that's the fastest moving, right? But I cannot because I just cannot speak in front of a camera. It's okay. Can you find creative, innovative ways to write and film it, right? Can you be on the back of the camera, just give a voiceover? Right? Maybe your voice is your identity. Use more LinkedIn where you can post your white papers and blog articles. That is also okay. So you're using some platform based on your comfort of existence to grow on social media, okay? So what are some of the do's? Post regularly. I'll not repeat what I've said already, okay? Conversations are a key. Please interact with others. Be polite. There is absolutely no harm in being polite because people are usually very abusive on Twitter. मतलब troll level पे किसी को troll करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. So I have been asked many times as woman on social media that when I get trolled, what do I do? Because obviously I also get a lot of difference of opinions. I'm a feminist too, and by the way, I am a strong feminist. I disagree with the earlier speaker, because feminism has never been anti-men. Please write that down. Feminism has never been anti-men. Feminism is about equality, which will bring benefits to all genders. So if you consider woman as an equal contributor in the house, don't you think it will take the pressure of being the chief wage earner on the men? When both are earning and both are contributing in the family, right? So feminism is about equality. But because I write on this, many men with toxic egos will hurl back abuses to me. So what is the strategy I follow? 3C strategy. 3C strategy. As you grow, you will have to follow this. First is communicate, converse, and cut the crap. Communicate. Communicate your point of view. Converse. Have a dialogue. But the person is trolling. He or she is not interested in having a dialogue. Cut the crap means block. My block list is more than 167K, by the way. Okay? Nobody will have a right to my content if you cannot respect me. Period. And again, I'm digressing, but I have to say this because there are women in front of me and young girls, you know. Some of you are unmarried. Love comes at second stage. In relationships also, respect comes at the first stage. Okay, respect नहीं है तो प्यार नहीं पनप सकता. होगा ही नहीं, हो ही नहीं सकता. Right? It's not depth of love that you will find if you do not respect each other. Right? So, cut the crap is the policy which you do, but you don't abuse because that's not your value system. That's not your DNA. आप किसी को गाली गलौज real life में भी नहीं करते हो. So why would you do it on Instagram? Instead, block that person. Nothing matters when it's your mental peace. Okay, nothing should come in between you and your mental peace. And it's your safe space. तो कोई मुझे गाली देगा उससे मैं डर के मेरी प्रोफाइल लॉक नहीं करूँगी. मैं तुम्हें ब्लॉक करूँगी. मैं खुद का क्यों लॉक करूँ? It's my safe space. It's my happy place that I've created on social media, and I'll not only survive, I'll thrive there. I'll grow there. Okay? So be polite, be responsible, be authentic. Some don't. Don't spam like the neighbor auntie's example that I gave. 20 times in a day, कहाँ जा रही हो, कहाँ से आई हो, अरे लड़का कोई छोड़ने आया था, अरे तुम तो उसको पकड़ के बैठी थी, the boyfriend नहीं है, ऐसे कैसे बोल रहे हो? Don't spam, okay? Nobody loves spamming, right? Don't spam, don't block or delete negative comments, but block profiles, block people. And by negative, I mean difference of opinion. Please be aware of that you cannot be right all the time. Okay, like once I had created a reel on K-pop serials, Korean serials जो आजकल बहुत popular है, and I was saying that how on earth am I supposed to see the subtitles when somebody is doing pepe 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 in the background, and I actually did this, okay, sound. One of my students wrote to me that marginalization of communities by mimicking on their language is wrong. Wow, opened up a whole area of literature for me. I Googled and came issues of how we have this indifference amongst North versus South, how we have a discrimination bias with the people from Northeast. Similarly, the whole area of language, it was an eye-opening, learning for me. Now, it came from my student. That time, I cannot have an ego that, you're my student, how are you, educating me? I said sorry, and I immediately deleted the thousands, lakhs views wala reel. Doesn't matter, but that's what defines me as a person. Humility is one of your value systems. Then please behave like that, okay? So, yeah, so where was I? Yeah, so don't block negative comments, don't copy-paste content, please give source verification, don't plagiarize, right? Also don't be an introvert on social media, because you have to converse, you have to connect with people, right? And don't be self-obsessed that only I am right. You are not always right. There are others also who can be right, okay? Now, I wanted to show you a small video, and I think we have time. 1:30 tak chalega, right? Yeah, so we'll play the video. Before that, these are the different ways in which you can reach me. The video is on personal branding on social media, and it has some 5 mantras. No, this you have to skip, of course. This is my field, advertising, spamming you. This one, yeah. So we'll take notes. I'll ask you the 5 mantras at the end of it, okay? Because mostly videos play होता है, matinee show के जैसे देख लेते हैं. Matinee show नहीं है ये. It's a part of the talk. So you have to write down compulsorily the 5 mantras that he is going to share with us, because we are going to implement those 5 mantras at the end of the day, okay?
If I looked you up on Google and didn't find anything about you on the first page of results, that's your personal brand. If I found an out-of-date LinkedIn profile or a bunch of random social media posts, that too is your personal brand. People tend to think about a personal brand as bragging, self-promotion, and all about yourself. But it's actually something much more important. It's your reputation. In other words, it's how people perceive you. Your friends, colleagues, or the general public. And it's what people think about you when they hear your name, as well as what people say about you when you're not in the room. In our connected world, every single one of us has a personal brand, whether we like it or not. This is because whenever we engage with people both in person and online, that's every interaction or everything we post, upload, or comment on, we're creating a reputational narrative about ourselves. Your reputation is already out there. The question is, do you want to be the one who's driving and shaping this story, or do you want chance or algorithms to be doing it for you? I think most people would agree that they want to take control. And what this means is we need to make some very intentional decisions so our brand stays in our hands. Let me walk you through 5 key steps to building a strong personal brand in a way that feels good. First, you need to figure out what your goal is. Let's start by answering a foundational question. What do you want your personal brand to help you accomplish? Are you looking to change jobs or transition into a new industry and you need your brand to reflect a new skill set? Maybe you're looking to get a promotion at your current organization and you need everyone to know all the amazing things that you've accomplished in your career. Or maybe you're launching a new business and you want to build your brand around the products or services that you're offering. Whatever your goal is, write it down and make it specific so that you're working towards a clear outcome. Next, you'll want to get clear on what you want to be known for. In other words, how do you want people to describe you as a professional? Start by answering the question, so what do you do? And I'm not just talking about your job title. Are you a teacher who focuses on social and emotional learning? Or maybe you're a project manager who is reliable and always gets things done on time. Or maybe you're an artist who makes beautiful ceramic pots from natural materials. What you want to do is dig deeper into the what, how, and why behind your work so you can make it concrete and easy to remember. Just make sure to lead with something that doesn't cause confusion. For example, I once coached someone who called herself a death midwife, which no one understood. But when she started introducing herself as a grief counselor who works with families during a time of loss, all of a sudden, everyone got it. If you're stumped, think about how you can stand out from the crowd in your industry. What are the things that make you unique? Are there specific talents and expertise that you've acquired in your career? What do you know more about than most people? Sit down and make a list, and you might start to surprise yourself about all the things you know. Now, let's think about the audience you want to share your personal brand with. The reality is, your personal brand is not about you. It's about the people you want to educate with the skills, knowledge, and value you can provide. Who you decide to focus on should be based on two things: the goal of your personal brand and the people who can best benefit from your unique talents and skills. So spend some time thinking about these two questions. Who can most gain from what you have to share? And how exactly can you see yourself helping them? Here's where it all starts to come together. Let's pull all your answers into a single mission statement that describes who you are, what you do, who you do it for, and the transformation you can create in people's lives. Let's take the example of the teacher. My name is Alma, and I'm a third grade teacher who specializes in social and emotional learning. I work with students to teach them the skills for fostering empathy and compassion so they can thrive and contribute to a more caring world. Let's take the project manager. My name is Jennifer, and I'm a project manager for a sustainable fashion company. I work with teams across different departments to plan, organize, and direct innovative marketing campaigns that engage customers while also increasing brand loyalty. Mission statements are going to look wildly different depending on who you are in your career. But whatever your mission statement is, write it down and put it somewhere prominent. You can use it to make decisions about how you speak about yourself when you first meet someone to the communities you want to share it with. Let's start building your personal brand online. There are two key personal branding assets you should think about developing: a personal website and social media. What's so important about a personal website is that it allows you to take full control over your online reputation. It offers the most flexibility in sharing your brand and value to others in a much deeper way than a resume or LinkedIn profile. People want to work with others they like, know, and trust, and your personal website provides you an opportunity to share more about your personality through photos, as well as more about your career and life story. This, in turn, will differentiate you from others in your industry. Social media is also a great way to share your personal brand with the audience you're looking to connect with. However, I suggest trying not to be on every platform. Pick one that aligns with your goals, as well as where your audience spends most of its time. If you're an artist or creative, Instagram is a great fit. If you work in a more corporate environment, LinkedIn is the place you want to be. When posting, focus on being helpful to others. Share interesting articles relevant to your industry, post ideas or opinions that can benefit colleagues, and like or comment on posts shared by the people you follow. The key is to always engage in a way that both reinforces your personal brand while also bringing value to others. Look, I know this may all sound a bit intimidating, but try to think of this branding process as an opportunity for personal growth. It's your chance to dig deeper into who you truly are and who you want to become. This, in turn, will provide you the clarity you need on how you can make your greatest impact in the world.
Hi, ever wished you could finish a book in a matter of minutes and remember?
Anything that you want to ask, and please remember, we are all literate enough to understand that no question is stupid. Not asking is definitely a stupidity. And I still believe that some of you will be shy even after saying this. So I'm going to be around for lunch. And that's the only reason that today I am skipping lunch with my husband, with whom I am not married, happily married. Okay, only day we get to eat together and not out of our tiffins in our respective offices. I actually told him that there will be many people who would like to talk to me, so I'll stay back for lunch. So feel free, but I would love if you ask me right away. Yeah. Use my.
એકચ્યુઅલી અમારા પ્રોફેશન પ્રમાણે મારે લિંક્ડઇન પર એક્ટિવ રહેવું છે, ફેસબુક પર રહેવું છે, ઇન્સ્ટા પર રહેવું છે. પણ કેવું થાય છે, ઓફિસ, ઘરની જવાબદારી, સમય નથી મળતો. તો કોઈ ટીપ આપશો? ઓછા સમયમાં કઈ રીતે અમે એક્ટિવ રહી શકીએ?
સો એકચ્યુઅલી બધા જ પાસે 24 hours જ છે. And I think all of us are into multiple roles and different levels of responsibilities, right? Like there was a time when for 7 months my mother-in-law was hospitalized for a liver condition, right? હવે અત્યારે હું relatively free હોઉં પણ ત્યારે હું કદાચ વધારે pressed for time હતી. So start creating content as a natural process on the go. Don't aim for perfection, right? Don't think that, oh, your videos have to be edited well, it has to be flawless. So when will I create content today? Some of it will come from today's event. Whichever way this sir has helped me in taking the videos and photos, अभी उसमें कुछ थोड़ा blur होगा शायद, नहीं होगा, example बोल रही हूँ, हाँ, वरना आप फिर नहीं लेंगे, अच्छा delete कर देंगे. तो say for example उसमें कुछ blurred आए, it's okay, still posted. See, we aim for perfection. Perfection is not a virtue for women, let me tell you. ऐसे educated working women I have heard, અમને તો એમના હાથના કપડા ધોયેલા ન ફાવે. અરે તમે પ્રમોશન માટે ટ્રાય કરો ને, કોલર સાફ બીજા કોઈ કરી દેશે. No, literally I am telling you, where are your priorities? You know, we have to ask ourselves. અને એવું તમારા હસબન્ડ એવું કહેતા હોય, અમને કુકના હાથની રોટલી ના ભાવે તો પ્લીઝ રોટલી બનાવતા શીખો. Because both of us are going out at the same time and coming back at the same time. Please understand that you are one woman, you are not a multitasker. Multitasking apnama stereotypically inbuilt che, because we have seen our mothers do it. We have seen our grandmothers do it. And etle I am soon launching my own brand of sarees. And a first concept of the design is women at leisure. Women in a park, women enjoying on a swing, women in a balcony with adrak chai. In fact, all of you who are working mothers, right? Tell me if you have your first cup of chai with peace. Exactly, I get my answer. That is your human basic right. How many of you love reading newspapers but do not get time to read newspapers in the morning? Exactly. So I had posted a reel where on my hichka, the jula, I'm nicely reading a newspaper, but at least reel hati, but ema subtitle hatu, that if this is what your morning routine looks like, you are a privileged woman. Or you have worked towards this. Right? એટલે પછી એમાં પછી તમારા હાઉસ હેલ્પ હોય, સપોર્ટ સ્ટાફ હોય, ફેમિલી મેમ્બર્સનું સાચું મોટિવેશન હોય, all of that you work towards it. Nobody gave you this privilege on the first day. Of course you wanted to prove to everybody, no, you are better than the star Parivar Bahu. Right? While you can rock the boardroom, ફુલકા તો આમ ઉતારો છો. 20 જોડાના તમે મસાલા ઢોસા બનાવી દે, તમારે જ પ્રૂવ કરવું હતું. In fact, look at how, sorry, digressing, I'm coming to your question. So, in fact, when we were younger, હું ને મારી friend એવી વાતો કરતા, while both of us are gold medalists by the way, she is also gold medalist, and અમે બે એવી વાતો કરતા કે, you know, આપણે જ્યાં જશું ને, ત્યાં કામવાળા એ વાત કરશે કે કેવા ભાભી મળ્યા છે. What are your goals in life, yeah? વિચાર તો કરો, કામવાળા મારા વખાણ કરે એવો મારો જો, એટલે અત્યારે તમે એવું ડર નહીં કરો, ત્યારે હું નાની હતી. એકદમ મને ખરાબ ફીલ કરાવી દીધું. પણ આ રિયાલિટી છે. ટેલ મી, તમને બધાને એવું નહોતું થયું કે પ્રૂવ કરી દઈએ, બતાવી દઈએ એમ કે સીએ છું પણ આમાં એક્સપર્ટ છું? એવું ના હોય. યુ કેનોટ બી એક્સપર્ટ એવરીવેર. એટલે કોક ફિલ્ડમાં A+ હોય પણ કોક ફિલ્ડમાં B+ પણ હોય, અને કોક ફિલ્ડમાં F પણ હોય. ખુદને સ્વીકારો. સો નંબર 1, manage your time, create content on the go. So your LinkedIn paper should come from today's event. અને એકાદ સ્પીકર તો બોરિંગ હોય ને, અને મારા જેવા માથે જ ઊભા રહેતા એવા ના હોય ને, ત્યાં લખી લેવાનું. ઓકે, ત્યારે લખી લેવાનું નોટ્સમાં. No, I'm serious. That's how we all manage, no? That's how we all manage. અને point and shoot. You know, you just start creating content. પછી કદાચ હું રોજ કરતી હોઉં, તમે વીકમાં 2 વાર કરો. That is also okay. ધીરે ધીરે you will get that harmony where you will do it thrice a week, 4 times a week, because then content creation comes handy. So I do tons of reels. I post almost 2 or 1 reel every day. So I don't have a videographer, I don't have a video editor, because I have to then wait for them, ne? So in between my classes મને કોઈ આઈડિયા આવ્યો, મારી કારમાં ડ્રાઈવ કરતા કરતા એક સાઈડ પાર્ક કરીને મેં રીલ શૂટ કરી છે, because ત્યારે જ મારે કરવી હોય, આઈડિયા આવ્યો હોય એટલે. તો પણ then you do it. Don't aim for perfection. Okay?
Got your point.
Yeah.
મારે
Yes.
આમાં જ કંઈક કહેવું છે કે જેમ તમે કીધું એમ કોઈ વિડીયોગ્રાફર નથી, કોઈ એડિટર નથી અને એવરી ડે ડેલી સોશિયલ મીડિયા પર પોસ્ટ થાય છે. આજે સવારે મૌલીની વેટ કરવાની હતી મારે નીચે ગાડીમાં, 10 મિનિટ હતી એના મમ્મીનું. હા, મૌલી.
Very bad. મોડા આવ્યા.
હું વહેલી આવી ગઈ હતી, હું બિફોર ટાઈમ હોઉં છું એટલે. એના મમ્મીનું બહુ એવું પ્રેશર હતું કે ઉપર આવીને બેસો, ગાડીમાં એકલા શું કરશો. શી નોઝ મી વેરી વેલ કે આ ભૂમિકાબેન એમના સોશિયલ મીડિયાનું જ કંઈક કામ કરતા હશે. રાઇટિંગના કોટ્સ, મારી કવિતા બાકી રહી ગઈ હોય જે પણ, નીચે બેઠા બેઠા મેં એક રીલ પોસ્ટ કરી દીધી.
Utilize your time.
હા, હું દરેક વખતે એવું કહું છું કે એક રીલ પોસ્ટ થઈ ગઈ ને એ રીલ અત્યાર સુધીમાં 1K અબોવ વ્યૂઝ પણ થઈ ગયા. એટલે બધાને આ જ વસ્તુ કહેવાની છે કે ટાઈમ મેનેજમેન્ટ કરો તો હિરલ થાય જ છે.
અને ટાઈમ મેનેજમેન્ટ કંઈક છોડવું પડે.
હા, કંઈક તો
યુ કેનોટ બી કે યુ નો કોલરે હું જ સફેદ રાખું ને ફૂલકાઈ હું જ ઉતારું ને કપડાય હું જ ઘડી કરું ને છોકરાનું ડાયપર હું જ ચેન્જ કરું, કારણ કે હસબન્ડને થોડી ડાયપર ચેન્જ કરતા આવડે જ ને. છોકરું કરતા આવડ્યું તો ડાયપર ચેન્જ કરતા ના આવડે. આઈ સિરિયસ, લાઈક યુ નો 4 વર્ષ પહેલા પેમ્પર્સની એડ આવી હતી, પેમ્પર્સ ડાયપરની, કે ઇટ ટુક 2 to make a baby, so it should take 2 to raise a baby. It cannot be dominantly on the mother. એટલે we have to find time. અને જસ્ટ એક કન્ટિન્યુ કરું તમારી વાતમાંથી, ધીરે ધીરે તમે રેગ્યુલર કોન્ટેન્ટ ક્રિએટ કરતા થશો ને એટલે એવું પણ સાંભળવા મળશે કે આને તો કંઈ કામ જ નથી. Let them think. Please choose your fights. એવા કોઈ રેન્ડમ લોકો એમ બોલે કે આ તો આખોથી બની ઠનીને એનો ફોટા જ પાડતી હોય, હા એમાં શું પાડું છું. ડોન્ટ ઇવન આન્સર ધેમ. લેટ ધેમ બી ઇન ધેર બબલ. એ લોકોને એના આઇવરી ટાવરમાં ખુશ રહેવા દો, બિકોઝ દેટ ઇઝ વોટ ડિફાઇન્સ ધેમ, નોટ યુ. ઓકે, એટલે તમારું આત્મબળ જે હું વારે ઘડીએ બોલ્યા કરું છું ને, આવી ક્રિટિક કમેન્ટ્સ પણ આવશે. Right? Do you think every professor wears blue lipstick and green lipstick? I wear. તો એવી કમેન્ટ્સ પણ આવતી હશે, પણ એનાથી મારા ક્લાસની ક્વોલિટી ઓફ ટીચિંગને અફેક્ટ નથી થતું કે બ્લુ પહેરી તો બહુ ખરાબ ભણાવ્યું, અને ગ્રીન પહેરી તો બદતર ભણાવ્યું, વોકઆઉટ કરી ગયા સ્ટુડન્ટ્સ ક્લાસમાંથી. ઇટ ઇઝ નોટ અફેક્ટિંગ ધ ક્વોલિટી ઓફ માય વર્ક. એટલે આજે ઓક્યુપેશન રિલેટેડ આપણા અમુક સ્ટીરિયોટાઇપ્સ છે, એ ખોટી સ્ટીરિયોટાઇપ્સ છે. એટલે ઇફ યુ વોન્ટ ટુ ચેલેન્જ ધેમ, ફીલ કમ્ફર્ટેબલ ટુ ચેલેન્જ ધેમ. ઓકે, એની અધર ક્વેશ્ચન? હવે તમને ખબર તમારું ગ્રાઉન્ડ બ્રેકિંગ ક્વેશ્ચન શું છે? તમે કોઈ પણ ફિલ્ડમાંથી વિમેન રિલેટેડ હોય તો પણ પૂછી શકશો. ઓફકોર્સ સોશિયલ મીડિયા. પ્લીઝ ગો એહેડ.
મેમ, ફર્સ્ટલી
અમે નેબર્સ છીએ, બાય ધ વે. અમે નેબર્સ છીએ. યસ.
Yes, so because you're introducing me, I have to tell you. Yes. So I have to share
મને
this.
તો નો જ કહેતા હોય, મને તો કહેતા જ ના હોય. એટલે જો તમે એને આવો, વેરી બેડ. બિલકુલ બિચારી સ્પામ નથી, મારી સામે જ રહે છે તો પણ મેરે સામને વાલી ખિડકી में वो चांद का टुकड़ा रहता है, એ છે.
How sweet. Before I ask my question, I have to share this કે હું પણ એજ્યુકેશનમાં છું અને મીડિયામાં છું. અને ઇટ ઇઝ સરપ્રાઇઝિંગ કે મીડિયામાં ઓર્ગેનાઇઝેશનલ પોસ્ટ કરવાની એની સ્ટ્રેટેજીસ બનાવું, પોતાની પોસ્ટ ના કરું. એટલે મારું સોશિયલ મીડિયામાં જે બી નાનું ઘણું કરું છું, ઇટ્સ ઓલ થેન્ક્સ ટુ ફાલ્ગુની મેમ. સો મેમ, આઈ હેડ અ ક્વેશ્ચન. વન ઇઝ દેટ you are coming from a prestigious organization and all.
Yeah.
But there is a stage when you surpass, your presence is much bigger than what the organization
it should,
does.
yeah.
Yes. So does that invite some kind of attention from the organization? That was
It does,
one.
of course.
And the second part to the question was, do you on a regular basis deal with people who are in person different, but on your social page or on their social page they are very different? So they would come and they would call and say that you need to tag me here or tag me there. That behavior is different. How do you deal with that? Those were the two questions.
So the first part, second part of the question I'll answer first. See, there are all types of people, that we agree, right? So people who are strategically growing and people who think they are growing but are very casually existing on social media. So the answer is yes, there are different types of people. The first question, what happens when you become bigger than your employer? Now no longer I am known only as a MICA faculty, but I am so clear that my first introduction everywhere, including my bio, is of the first hat that I wear in a sequence is Professor of Marketing Micah, that everybody who follows me knows that I'm an academician and I work with Micah, number one. Now when you grow bigger, your organization will notice this, and એ લોકો positively વાત કરશે if you have drawn the fine line between being personal brand and a professional on social media. So in my Ask Me Anything forum, there are so many questions on Micah. I choose not to answer them on Instagram. That's not the platform. And I am not here from the Micah handle live. If I'm live from the Micah Ahmedabad Instagram handle, then of course I'll answer. So what do? I give them my email ID. I say I'll definitely answer your question, but please write a mail to me. Maybe એ લોકો અમારા PhD પ્રોગ્રામનું પૂછતા હોય જેમાં PhD chairperson કોઈ બીજું હોય. So I will then redirect the email. પણ હું કંઈ પણ કરીને એ લોકોને એક solution તરફ લઈ જઈશ. But I have a very strict line drawn between who you are asking. Are you asking Falguni or are you asking Professor Falguni? And in terms of content creation and time management, which is my priority? Priority is Micah. My bread and butter comes from there. થોડું જામ આવવા માંડ્યું છે content creation માંથી. Still, that is not my profession. Full-time profession karu, so I can do only content creation all the time, but I don't want to do that. So I want to work till 65 as a professor of Micah, right? So there is, professionally, as you grow, you have to develop this demarcation. You are existing, and tamari priority hamesha tamaru, see, no individual can be bigger than the organization. But when you are mindful, in fact, mara director बहु प्रेम थी हमारा chief guest कोई आवे हमने के oh she is Professor Falguni. In fact, मैं जहाँ जाता हूँ वहाँ पूछता है वही Micah में आप director हो जहाँ Falguni भी है. So very nicely he will say. So you have to appreciate that. And I usually don't. I am very closed about my social media presence. I don't talk about it. But my director talks, my colleague will talk. Some colleagues don't like it, so they'll not talk. That also I'm okay with. So, but I will not blow my trumpet like I am talking here on, because you called me for a session on personal branding. In fact, Micah invited me to do a workshop on personal branding on social media. There I did it, gave my examples of what all I do. But otherwise, they can see it for themselves. All my profiles are open and public, right? Yeah. Questions? Yes. જમવાનું એટલું સારું નથી, so let's continue.
Hello, ma'am. Session was really very insightful.
Thank you.
So, ma'am, it's like, as you said, that I have started my own channel, right?
Yeah.
So it is going good.
Very
but I
good.
want to know the growth strategies. Like, I have stuck to some extent, but now how to grow onto
See,
that?
પહેલા તો organically grow કરવું needs a lot of patience. પણ જો તમારી YouTube channel હોય, તો once in a while you can boost some content on YouTube by putting little bit of money here and there. And little bit means 400, 500 rupees, not more than that. Because personally speaking, my experience has been, it does not help. Only organic content helps you grow, but start cross-posting your content. Are you posting your links of your content to other social media pages?
Yes.
WhatsApp groups ma? You generally see, sometimes કેવું થાય કે ગમે એટલું સારું content post કર્યું ને, it is not picking up. તો મારા એવા 4-5 વિશ્વાસુ friends છે કે જેને હું content ની link મોકલીશ, they may just like it. પણ algorithm wise થોડું push થાય, right? So they will like it. So have your own family of friends who will trust you on this. And of course, ત્યાં પણ spam નથી કરવાનો. એટલે આમ રોજનું એક link મોકલો તો પછી they will block you. Okay, એટલે એવું નથી કરવાનું, પણ develop this and have patience. I have reached wherever I am after 7 to 8 years of mehnat.
Okay.
મારી પહેલી post on Instagram had 30 likes. So you start somewhere, okay? એટલે journey is very important. અને તમે journey pass કરીને ઉપર આવો ને તો તમારી strength અલગ હોય. અને તમે ખાલી boost post કરીને ઉપર આવ્યા હો ને તો તમારું depth અલગ હોય. એટલે engagement matters on social media.
Ma'am, a few technical tips for organic growth, if you can share.
So one is, of course, have a content plan ready in place. તમે daily post કરો છો content?
Yeah, one reel per day.
One reel a day, right?
Yes.
એ તો post કરવાની. Second, immediately after posting, engage in conversations.
Okay.
So now people will
Immediately.
start commenting on your reel. Are you answering those comments?
Yes.
Maybe just one smiley, maybe just a like on the comment, right? Keep answering it. In your broadcast channels, start posting those links of your reel that you have created, right? But don't force people to come and like it. તમારી સ્ટોરીઝ પર તમારી રીલ મૂકો કે સી ધીસ ઇઝ ધ ન્યૂ પોસ્ટ, હાઇડ કરો રીલને સો દેટ પીપલ ડોન્ટ સી ઇટ ઓન સ્ટોરીઝ, દે શુડ ગો ટુ ધ રીલ ટુ see it. Okay, trending music hoye use karo.
Yes, arrow.
Right? Yeah, great, then you are doing good, don't worry.
Okay, thank you so much.
Alright, doctor pass જઈને એમ કે કમ્પલસરી કયો ને કયો હાર્ટમાં શું પ્રોબ્લેમ છે, હોય જ નહીં તો શું કે ડોક્ટર, એટલે ઇટ્સ ઓકે, ધીરે ધીરે થશે. ઓકે, પેશન્સ, ધીરજ ના ફળ મીઠા. યસ યસ.
So, technology, social media, day in, day out, some new things are coming. So, how learning you are doing all these things? I mean, continuous, how much time, how we can do all that thing?
સો એક છે ને સોશિયલ મીડિયાનો બહુ સરસ એડવાન્ટેજ છે કે ધ મોમેન્ટ યુ સ્ટાર્ટ ક્રિએટિંગ કોન્ટેન્ટ દે ઓલ્સો નો કે વિચ આર યોર એરિયાઝ ઓફ એક્સપર્ટીઝ, અને એલ્ગોરિધમ એવું છે કે એ કોન્ટેન્ટ તમારા તરફ પુશ કરે. સો ધ ફેમસ લાઇન સેઇંગ દેટ નો લોંગર યુ ટુ સર્ચ ફોર ન્યૂઝ વિલ સર્ચ યુ ઇફ ઇટ્સ રિલેટેડ ટુ યુ. તો તમે 5 આર્ટિકલ પોસ્ટ કરશો ને ફાઇનાન્શિયલ સ્ટ્રેન્થ ઉપર કે ટેક્સ પ્લાનિંગ ઉપર, ઓલ્ટરનેટિવલી એ બ્લોગ્સ, એ આર્ટિકલ્સ તમારા ન્યૂઝ ફીડમાં આવવા માંડશે. ઓકે, દેટ ઇઝ વન. સેકન્ડ ઇઝ તમારા ઇન્ડસ્ટ્રીના થોટ લીડર્સને આઈડેન્ટિફાઈ કરો. હુ આર ધ ટોપ 20 ચાર્ટર્ડ અકાઉન્ટન્ટ્સ ઓફ ધીસ કન્ટ્રી? સ્ટાર્ટ ફોલોઈંગ ધેમ. રાઈટ, દે વિલ બી પોસ્ટિંગ થિંગ્સ વિચ આર લેજેન્ડરી અને ટ્રેન્ડિંગ અને થોટ લીડરશિપ વાળી. રાઈટ, start following all finance ministries handles everywhere, so you'll get relevant info, એટલે તમારું લર્નિંગ પણ વધશે એમાં. ઓકે, યસ, કોઈ માઇક પહોંચાડશે પ્લીઝ ત્યાં?
Hello.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. When you started with giving the example of 25 kilometers line, and so I agree with that completely. Now, I never post any content for the reason that I'll share with you, and I want you to convince me that how I should.
Okay. પણ મારે નથી કરવું convince. મેં કીધું it's your choice.
I am convinced that you will convince me.
Okay, let's try.
So I feel the same about the social media also, in the sense that rafdo fatelo che, so everyone around is posting something or the other. So now how do I should not say how do I start with, but then how will the contents make a mark or something?
See, rafdo fatelo che, I completely agree. તો મેં જ કીધું 60 seconds on internet and the numbers, right? That similar analogy applies also to your profession. rafdo fatelo che CA નો કેમ પ્રેક્ટિસ કરો છો?
Okay, right.
તમે અમદાવાદમાં એક રાઉન્ડ મારવા જજો, દર 50 મીટરે ડેન્ટિસ્ટ હશે.
Right.
કેમ ખોલી દુકાન? તો રાફડો તો બધે ફાટેલો છે ને. પ્રિસાઇસલી વાય વી નીડ ટુ ક્રિએટ એન એજ કે પીપલ નો યુ એઝ અ પર્સન નાઉ. પીપલ નો ધ હ્યુમન વેલ્યુઝ દેટ યુ પોઝેસ. દેટ ઓ આ બે ચાર્ટર્ડ એકાઉન્ટન્ટ છે પણ આ બેન થોડા વધારે અપ્રોચેબલ લાગે છે. યુ નો એમની વાતો બહુ સિમ્પલ હોય છે, એટલે મારા જેવા નોન ફાઇનાન્સ પર્સન નહીં સમજાય છે. દેટ ઇઝ યોર સ્ટાઇલ ઓફ કોન્ટેન્ટ વિચ ઇઝ મેકિંગ મી ફોલ ઇન લવ વિથ યોર વર્ક. એટલે ઇટ ઇઝ સિનર્જી. Content and your existence as a CA professional is a synergy. Are you getting my point? Right? Otherwise, world will not notice your expertise. Please be ready for that. એ પણ option છે. Again, I'm saying. Sometimes we want to be small. You know, મારે 5 જ clients સાથે work કરવું છે and I don't want to grow, which is okay. It's a choice. But if you want to grow, then there is no choice. You have to grow through social media. Yeah?
Got it. Thank you.
Ma'am, we have faculty waiting on virtual session.
Okay.
Sorry to interrupt.
Sure. We can continue over lunch. Okay?
On behalf of Ahmedabad branch of WRC of ICAI, it is a privilege to give you vote of thanks, ma'am. You definitely rocked at the age of 29 years. And we all have a homework of following you on Instagram. And many more complete your profile on social media. Don't post or don't overpost, don't underpost. We have a list of learnings from you, ma'am. It was a great pleasure to listen from you. And our whole team wants a pic with you